Oh no, oh God. It's been drowned.
Hey, this soldier is dead. Oh, what a happy day.
Another song in a Nintendo game that I can't hear without hearing my own lyrics. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Peebs channel. It is now November and I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic, so we're gonna be reacting to some of my very, very old Zelda Month videos. Those videos being on my other channel, PeanutButterGamer, by the way, which is, how many years old is it at this point? Actually, don't answer that question. I believe these videos, though, are at least 10 years old. We did one of these videos last year with the very first Zelda Month videos I did. The very first Zelda Month in 2011, that is. And honestly, I had a lot of fun with that. Super fun going through memory lane. So I figured we'd do it again, and this time, again, we're starting with the second Zelda Month. Like the video, subscribe! Looking back on this Zelda Month, I don't remember why, but I only did 3 Zelda videos. I was moving from Texas to Washington, so I think I had a little bit less time to get videos prepared ahead of time. Although I did realize that last year I left off 1 Zelda video. I did the 5 Zelda videos for the very first Zelda Month, which was always kind of my goal. Definitely didn't always make that goal, but that was my goal. But for some reason, I did a bonus, like, 6th Zelda video after Zelda Month called the G-Files Zelda Cawlin's Letter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that one into this year's nostalgic Zelda Month reaction as well. This one is only 5 minutes, so it was a pretty short little bonus video. Dude, my descriptions, my descriptions back in the day, very short. Compare those to my current descriptions. I remember I was playing through Skyward Sword at the time, obviously, because that was the year it came out. After I finished Zelda Month, or at least towards the end, I did this Cawlin's Letter side quest, and I thought it was so weird I wanted to make a video about it. Let's watch it! We got the nostalgic Normal Boots intro splash. And of course, I was rocking this X-Files theme intro with me drinking beer. If I recall, JonTron made this little G-Files splash for me back when we were rooming together like 12 years ago or whatever. Hey there, everybody. As you can tell, Zelda Month is over. I'm doing a video about Zelda, so obviously Zelda Month is over. Follow that logic, why don't you? Yeah, no Zelda videos unless it's November. It's just not allowed, okay? Also, I like my continue sweater. Zelda Month is over, but while I was playing Skyward Sword, where's that box? Where's the Skyward Sword box? Here you go, the Skyward Sword box. What is this? What is that on my desk? For some reason, that's what I'm focusing on. I can't tell what that is. Also, I can manage to dust over here in the corner. I have a couple GameCube games. And what is that, Pokemon pinball just like sitting there? Jig that you put into the oven and you bake at 350 for about 12 minutes till golden brown. Also, what the absolute hell am I talking about? Literally, what am I talking about? Is this how I used to do my intros? Did I not write a script for the intro? I guess not. There's no way I wrote whatever that was. I don't know what that is. Okay, so this video is only like 5 minutes. I spent 1 minute and 18 seconds talking about literally nothing, so it's a great start so far.
Side quests in Zelda games are usually at least somewhat weird, and Skyward Sword is no exception. I mean, Link's solution to Fledge being too weak is to give him steroids.
I still do think that Skyward Sword has some flaws for sure, but I do think it has some of the best side quests in Zelda. Obviously, Majora's Mask, #1 in that top, the best Zelda game side quests. I mean, just collecting all the masks alone is pretty sweet, and then getting all of them, you get to get an extra special mask at the end. Like, it's hard to top that. But if I had to pick a game to be #2, it would be Skyward Sword. A lot of the quests on Skyloft, and you kind of unlock them as you go, they are just strange and very memorable as well. So at this point, you have 2 options. You can either do as Cawlin asks and give the letter to Cawlin, or you can give it to the woman in the bathroom, because apparently this is the only piece of paper that Link could possibly find in all of Skyloft. But yeah, also, I do remember that is the weirdest thing about this quest. There's no toilet paper. They have a toilet, but no toilet paper, so you have to give them the love letter. I mean, I guess, frankly, you're probably just giving the love letter to the toilet lady because, you know, this guy is actually a butthole. This short dude and the tall guy and Groose are, you know, pretty much a total, I mean, they literally steal your flying bird pet and lock it away into, I mean, honestly, yeah, I'll give the love letter to the ghost. Screw you. What's his name?
Grow up, Cawlin.
What is his freaking name again?
The next morning, you'll find Cawlin outside the restroom as usual.
It is Cawlin. Screw you, Cawlin.
I'll show you to have opinions, Granny Joe. Take that.
That's elder abuse. That's not funny.
Turns out that Pippet also has a crush on Cawlin, but don't worry, Cawlin takes it pretty well.
That sound effect. I want to do Zelda voices so bad. Nintendo, I can do better than that, I swear. I'm sorry. I swear I can do better. That wasn't my audition. I can do another take if you want.
Well, it is kind of funny to see Cawlin so upset, considering he's been a huge jerk to you up to this point. Like when he threw eggs at you during the wing ceremony. I swear those things are like freaking heat-seeking missiles or something.
I remember people giving me crap. I don't remember if it was from this video or the Skyward Sword review, but people were giving me crap because I mentioned that I was getting hit by those eggs at the start. And they're like, PBG, you suck! You suck at games, you got hit by those eggs. Wow! Loser! That kind of thing. And I just, you know, I've held on to that. It's been a decade. It still hurts. It hurts more than the eggs hurt. The eggs, literal eggs thrown at me, would hurt less than those words. Remember that. Next time you want to say I suck, okay? Remember it.
This reminds me of something.
I did really like the Majora's Mask callback on this quest, I have to say.
Hold up a second, lady. I got one more thing for you. There you go. I have a feeling you'll need a lot more paper now. If I find any more love letters, I'll let you know.
Pooping on ghost ladies? That's not funny. Okay, that's all.
Dead lady in the bathroom.
This is by far the best part of this side quest. He literally gets haunted for the rest of his life by this ghost because of you. I don't regret it.
That was deliberately done, actually.
That could have been cut out of the video. That could have been cut out.
I'm good at video.
Well, this video is only 5 minutes, so I needed some extra.
Tombstones? Tombstones? Did anybody say tombstones? Stones?
Okay, I completely forgot. I definitely forgot about this part of the video. What am I talking about? Tombstone? It's a tombstone dance party? That's how I decided to end this? Okay, all right. Let's move on to the actual first Zelda Month video for 2012. So that was the bonus. Let's move on to the actual November, dude, I got the first video on November 17th. Rough. Next year, if we do a Zelda Month reaction again, I'm pretty sure that is the month I got 5 videos in that next month, so we'll be good next year. Get it together, old PBG. This is the top 5 Zelda items. Some of the old videos that I've made, I look back and I'm like, that was not good. That was a bad one. I do feel like I remember liking this video, although I'm not gonna lie, it has been a hot minute since I've seen it, so let's check it out. Fairly short at about 8 minutes. Not gonna lie, I do kind of miss old YouTube where you could make like 10-minute videos. Now YouTube wants like 3-hour-long essays. It's hard to make that long of a video.
I thought I'd do it again this year, just starting a little bit late this time, so it will run into December. Sorry about that.
Little did everyone know, running late into December was not just something that happened in Zelda Month 2012. It was actually going to be a running theme for quite some time. It's going to be a decade-long running theme. I could have shaved before I did this video, by the way. I mean, I could have at least attempted to have shaved the neck hair. Maybe the mustache. I guess not. Also, didn't I? Oh, okay. Hold on to the fact of what I'm talking about the Master Sword for, or the freaking Minecraft sword. Did I not have the goatee still at this point? When did I bring the goatee in? I mean, I don't even know if it was like an intentional thing. I thought I still had the goatee. I think maybe I was just lazy with my shaving. That might have been it. We'll see. Maybe the goatee will show up in the next 2 videos.
A mermaid suit? Because why not? You know?
I actually did get into a little bit of trouble from using this image. I don't know why. Looking back in hindsight, it's kind of obviously not official art. I just thought it was. I looked up the image of Link in the censored part, I added that. But the image of Link as a mermaid, for some reason, I just thought that was like art from the manual or something. I didn't realize that it was actually drawn by someone. They got mad at me. I ended up apologizing to them. I don't remember if I ended up paying them any money or if the apology, I can't remember, it was so long ago. I did my best to make up for it, but I did accidentally use someone's art without asking, so that was a big oops. What is that? What is this footage?
I'm doing my list of the top 5 Zelda items.
I'm doing my list of the top 5 Zelda items. And here are my top 5 Zelda items. Top 5 Zelda items!
Honestly, I can't decide if like my old school way of doing videos, I mean, my videos haven't changed that much over time, but there's definitely some stylistic differences where in the olden days, I would just kind of ramble sometimes. I would just kind of make stuff up as I was going. Not that I don't still improvise, but like my improvisations were just like pointless and like rambly and I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Should I do more of that? Maybe I should do more. Just improvise unsupervised rambling. Do you think that's what YouTube wants in 2023? Do you think that's what's gonna blow me up from 2 million Peanut Butter Gamer subscribers to 10 million? Do you think that's how I'm finally gonna hit that 10 million mark? Yeah, probably not. I mean, I'm probably never hitting 10 million either way, but hey, maybe that's the key. Just dial it back 10 years. That's the style. That's the new style. I mean, styles always loop around, right? I'll do that and I'll have a mullet. That's 10 million subscribers right there, I think. Anyway, freaking hookshot. Let's see. What is this automatic chapters, by the way? We have intro, and then we have why Zelda? Why Zelda? Hookshot. Okay, I think the rest of them are gonna be pretty obvious, but
I felt like I just couldn't have a top list for Zelda items and not include the hookshot.
yeah, how could you not?
This guy knows the hookshot.
That is a character from Mario RPG.
Your heart knows the hookshot.
It's become
That
a
was
staple in Zelda games.
okay.
Need to get over there?
I'm not cringing. I'm not
Need to get over
cringing.
there? Oh yeah! Need to get over there? That was pretty cool.
All right, what do we got?
The bottle.
The bottle should be higher. Come on. You can defeat Ganon with the bottle in Ocarina of Time. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Oh, just look at how sad she is. Help me!
I still love that the fairies are sad when you capture them in Wind Waker. I don't know why that's so funny to me. You're the hero of time, and you're saving the world, but, you know, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. Fairy, you go in the jar.
Oh, and the ugly one is now being electrocuted while the green-skirted one slices him to death with a sword. Ravishing, simply ravishing sports entertainment here.
I made this Wii Sports thing for some reason. I'm not sure. Probably because I was obsessed with playing Wii Sports around this time. I mean, I've been obsessed with playing Wii Sports Resort specifically since it came out, but especially then.
Words can't even begin to describe how awesome the hammer is.
I think I was kind of like, I mean, it wasn't a mean-spirited dig, but I think this was my attempt at taking a shot at like how people like used to always do top 10 segments back in the day.
With that being said, I will now begin to describe with words how awesome the hammer is.
Yeah, I feel like that was a very generic statement that people would start their videos with or their like segments with. Words can't even begin to describe this, and then they would do it. They would continue to describe it. So I'm pretty sure that was me taking a lighthearted jab at, I don't know, it was no one specific, but other YouTubers. Whether or not the bit worked very well, I don't know, but that was what I was trying to do.
One of my favorite versions of the hammer comes from Wind Waker, the Skull Hammer.
Ah, dude, this is the Katamari Hammer montage. I literally remade this. It was probably about 10 years later. Definitely did get some comments of people who remembered it, so that's always cool. Definitely cool. I always feel blessed that I have a lot of viewers that have been watching me for like a really long time. I don't really remember why I did it though. It's probably just I was also obsessed with Katamari at the time.
Bunny ears.
Honestly, fair. I was playing Ocarina of Time recently, and even though I knew it didn't, it was annoying me that the bunny hood doesn't make you go faster.
The bunny hood, as simple as it may appear to be, is the most useful mask in the game. Link not running fast enough for you? Slap some ears on his head and off he goes.
Let's go fast.
Adventure Island video reference?
Let's go fast.
Okay, this is by far the part I remember this video for most. Now watching this back, I'm not sure if this video is as good as I kind of had it in my head as. That's a sentence, I think. But this is the part that I remember the most. I don't think I ever wore that Nintendo belt ever. It just for this video I wore it once. I don't even know where I got it. It was probably one of those presents that one of my family members gave me for Christmas because they're like, oh, what does he want? Oh, he likes games. Let's get him a belt that has games on it. I think that's probably what it was. But I at least wore it this one time. Honestly, what even is this bit?
And what did we learn today?
Exercise blows.
I still see people sometimes use this like GIF or something. That bit wasn't like, honestly, I give that bit, even adjusted for decade plus old YouTube videos, even with that adjustment, wasn't that good of a bit. D-.
If you've watched some of my other videos, you may have guessed that I like bombs.
It's all like the same effect too. I couldn't even like change the explosion effect. I'm having a random memory here. I did a video on PBG Gameplay, which was my Let's Play channel that I used during this era. 560,000 views. Hey, some people have gotten some use out of this. It's probably like the most annoying tutorial of all time, but hey. Only 85 dislikes, so maybe it's not that bad. But yeah, I assume, I mean, this still works. Back in the day that we didn't patch out bugs, so they still exist, so you can definitely still do this glitch. I don't remember it being that difficult to do. This was the first PBG video that I watched, and I'm so glad I found his channel. One of the coolest and funniest glitches I have seen in any video game. Oh, hey, thanks. This is 3 years old, but I'm gonna say Thanks. Honestly, I should be reading some comments on some of these videos. Let's at least see like what some of the top comments are. PBG's videos are the most rewatchable videos that ever existed. Yeah! Even though I'm literally sitting here talking about how this video sucks. I mean, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I would delete it or anything. I mean, it's 11 whatever years old, so it's allowed to be a little bit cringe, right? I was probably 21 when I made this. It's been 8 years and he has not changed at all. Peebs has my eternal respect. This was 2 years ago. Maybe I've changed since then, but I hadn't changed since 2 years ago. I actually do think that my videos are different than they were back in the day in certain ways, but they're, you know, they're still similar enough that it doesn't surprise me that people say that kind of thing. All right, what do we have next? There's still 2 videos left. Is this the G-Files Zelda Ben Drowned Creepypasta? So this one was a video that I remember getting a lot of requests for. Maybe I mentioned this in the video itself. I can't remember, but people were asking me to make these like creepypasta videos. It happened with the Minecraft like Herobrine thing too. But for some reason, I've always had this sort of inclination to not want to do videos that like everybody else was doing. Probably to my detriment at times. I remember back in the day when like Five Nights at Freddy's was like super big. It was just kind of taken off and thinking like, maybe I should do a Five Nights at Freddy's video. But then I thought about it more and I was like, I don't want to do it. Everybody else is doing these Five Nights at Freddy's videos. I'm just gonna do my own thing.
That's just kind of how we roll over here.
I probably should have done some Five Nights at Freddy's video. I mean, some people made their entire like career off of Five Nights at Freddy's and I was just like, nah, I won't do it. But I did finally cave with this Ben Drowned creepypasta thing because it was at least Zelda related. I think I made this like a year or two after it was even popular, but I remember the video did well still. I mean, I'm gonna guess it has maybe 5 million views. Yeah, 5.4 million views. That's crazy. Honestly, I should have done it even earlier than I did, but I'm stubborn, so what can I say? This is when I started the Majora's Mask collection on PBG Gameplay. One of my favorite Let's Play series that I did.
I figured I'd do the 2 most oft-requested Zelda videos I get, this particular video being not only the most requested Zelda video, but the most requested video ever, Zelda or not, the Ben Drowned Creepypasta.
Yeah, this was definitely the video that I got the most requests for, like probably in my entire YouTube career. And I remember liking this comment reading bit a lot, actually. Let's see if it holds up.
Ben, you should talk about Ben Drowned. Make a Zelda Month G-Files about Ben. Why you no include Ben? Ben should be on PBG, please include.
Something about reading comments is almost always funny.
Ben Clark has subscribed to you on YouTube.
Yeah, I was just searching Ben on my YouTube like comments or whatever. There was definitely some that didn't involve Ben Drowned.
But before I do that, I'm gonna cover a couple other creepy and weird theories about Zelda that I've been itching to talk about for quite some time.
Oh yeah, this was my classic like old G-Files video where I would call it something and then I'm like, hold on guys, I know you wanted to hear about Ben Drowned, but actually I wanted to talk about this thing for like 2 hours and then I'll talk about Ben Drowned at the end. I still sometimes do that with videos where it's like, there's just something I want to talk about and so I'll make an entire video that's basically just an excuse for me to talk about something that I want to talk about. Probably the best example is
Much to my confusion, it was not a copy of Mario 64 at all. It was a game with a little girl who runs up to me and speaks a lot of stuff in Japanese.
my simulator games video. I mean, to be fair, I was playing all of those games and I had a whole lot of fun making that entire video. But mostly, I just wanted to talk about My Summer Car. That's what I wanted to talk about. So I made an entire video where there was an excuse for me to talk about My Summer Car. Then there was another one where I talked about like rip-off games. I just wanted to talk about that Animal Crossing 3DS rip-off game. That's all I wanted to do. So I made an entire video that was an excuse to just talk about it. Not that I like cheaped out on the rest of the video. I mean, I put just as much effort into it. It's just that sometimes I need an excuse to talk about some random obscure thing that I want to talk about. So I have to frame it in some way that YouTube's gonna like. I didn't even bother back then though. I'm like, Ben Drowned. Probably like 1/3 top to this video is about Ben Drowned.
Even before you go forward in time, you can find a dying soldier in the back alley who was attacked by his men. He talks to you for a bit and then he dies. But the happy music is still playing, so who cares, I guess.
This is one of my favorite things to do when replaying Zelda games now though. Like Zelda games that I played a million times is just going into different areas of the game that I never really thought to go into before. This was one of them even back then. I never went into this alleyway very often in Ocarina of Time. There's stuff back there, there's like characters and like little houses and things you can go into. And I never did see this freaking soldier guy until I was replaying it, I guess 11 years ago, and sort of decided to walk back there.
Hey, this soldier is dead. Oh, what a happy day.
Another song in a Nintendo game that I can't hear without hearing my own lyrics.
And he also says this. I didn't really know what to think of this as a kid.
prostitution joke.
But if you think about it, there's a lot of characters from the beginning of the game that aren't
Pretty decent edit for a 2012 PBG video. Not bad.
You think you're so great with that smirk little face sitting over here in your pointless shop that nobody ever goes to because you're really stupid and dumb and don't smell very good.
Yeah, honestly, who does go into that potion shop though? For real. Does anyone go in there in Ocarina of Time?
The boy in the graveyard. Whilst hanging around in the graveyard all day, stomping around and pretending to be Dampy, he seems to express great interest in ghostly activities and even wishes that he was old enough to go on the graveyard tour. He also carries a stick that seems similar to the one the Ghost Hunter later swings around.
I do think out of all the theories that there are like, who's the Ghost Hunter? The kid is probably the second most likely.
There's a Hyrulean soldier that stands in the exact place that the Ghost Hunter stands 7 years later. This soldier, in very similar fashion to the Ghost Hunter, seems to enjoy trouble and disorder.
I don't know why I didn't like mention that this guard is clearly doesn't have the body type that this Ghost Hunter does. He's obviously not him, now that I'm thinking about it. This guy's like 6 feet tall, and then the Ghost Hunter guy's like crumpled up old guy that's like maybe 4 feet tall. You know what? Screw it. I think it's the graveyard kid. I think it's the either that or it's just nobody. It's just they probably didn't think that much about it. But it's fun to make theories, you know?
The Happy Mask Salesman is a character that I talked about quite a lot. There's tons of weird things about him. His strange demeanor and knowledge is creepy enough already, but he also disappears completely at the end of the game.
That part always confused me. Like the fact that he disappears, like what the hell? It's just like, oh, by the way, he disappears. He does? Oh, okay. Oh, I think I talk about this a little bit in the video, but the Majora's Mask manga actually does go into more depth about the Happy Mask Salesman character. He actually is fairly sinister. I don't know for sure if those Zelda manga are considered canon, but I mean, I would consider them fairly canon, I think. Yeah, again, we're halfway through this video called the G-File Zelda Ben Drowned Creepypasta. No mention of Ben Drowned yet. We're getting to it though.
And towards the end, Link, under the influence of the Fierce Deity's mask, takes a swing at the salesman and calls him a troublemaker.
There is a world, a dimension, if you will, where I continued making these sort of theory videos. The G-Files, a lot of the time, especially the earlier G-Files episodes, were basically kind of like, I mean, I guess you could say game theory videos. Not necessarily in the same style, but like similar, like where I was covering theories of games, like here's some creepy theory about this or that. But I had this sort of creative dilemma where I couldn't decide if I wanted the G-Files to be like a theory video or if I wanted to just talk about weird stuff. And at some point I did decide that I just didn't really like doing the theory crafting stuff. It just wasn't really something I enjoyed doing, and I more enjoyed talking about weird games and weird things and kind of like making jokes and screwing around. Like that was the kind of thing that I personally enjoyed more. And at some point I decided not to do the theories. I remember I kind of decided when I did my first G-Files weird arcade games, I was like, you know what? Screw the theories, screw the creepypastas. I don't personally care about it. Even this Ben Drowned thing, you know, was interesting to me, but it wasn't the kind of thing that I really cared to make videos about. Let's just make a G-Files video where I talk about super weird Japanese games. And at some point I decided to even drop the G-Files as a show just because really I was just making a video that could be called Weird Arcade Games. Like the G-Files and the way that I initially envisioned it would just be like a sort of game theory kind of show, but with a more creepy vibe to it. So yeah, I'm kind of downplaying the story as this, oh, it's not real. It's not a real story or whatever. This is part of why I didn't want to do the video in the first place, was because I personally didn't really have a lot of interest in just kind of retelling the Ben Drowned story, which is what most of the videos about Ben Drowned were doing at the time. But I did eventually cave because I decided I could just sort of talk about it a little bit and then kind of do a little sketch or something. So I figured that would be fun. I think that's what I'm about to do right now. Oh, come on. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. It's not real. It's not actually real.
And in spirit of the story, I actually created a file named Ben on my own copy of Majora's Mask, and what do you know? Nothing happened. So that just goes to show you, same with Herobrine and Minecraft, you can't always believe what you read on the internet.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh god! It's Ben Drowned! He's finally come back after 11 years to finally kill me for making fun of his creepypasta story! I did actually remake some of these shots. Like this footage here is recorded by me, I'm almost positive. Because when I was looking into the Ben Drowned story, I was looking into how those shots were actually made. I mean, obviously they weren't real. I mean, they were real, but they weren't haunted. So I was trying to figure out how the shots were made, and I realized that they were made through like console, like basically the hacking videos that I do. And this was how I was introduced to the concept of the hacking videos that I later made, and those were, you know, have been my most popular videos in the channel largely. I think they might be my 5 most popular videos are all like hacking videos or something like that. But yeah, doing this video actually inspired the hacking videos. I'll probably talk about it more in next year's Zelda Month reaction. Subscribe, by the way, because the Wind Waker one was the first one I did, and it was inspired by making this video.
Bye!
Is there something at the end of this? Probably something cringe. Oh! Huh. What's happening? Ah! It turned into Ocarina of Time! Ah! You shouldn't have done that. All right, last video of the 2012 Zelda Month. The top 10 Legend of Zelda Bosses, my favorite Zelda Month video that was uploaded during Zelda Month. Oh wait, it was January 2nd. Yeah, I was busy in real life at this point. Okay, I'm sorry. Here I am apologizing for myself like 10 years ago, but you know, I'm sure I had a good excuse probably. Wait, dude, this video is in 1080p? Is this the first Peanut Butter Gamer video? This is huge! First Peanut Butter Gamer video to be in 1080p. Oh my God. Is this the 360 whatever? Is this is the video? The no look 360 whatever. It's coming, just wait. Best PBG moment of all time.
I called this move the
Accidental forward backseat 2000. 500. 500, I mean. Yeah. Best PBG moment.
The 500 is in there somewhere, I swear.
So far, this video sucks.
Copyrighted. Wind Waker still sticks out to me as one of the games I was the most excited for.
It still does, honestly. I don't think I was ever more excited for any game than Wind Waker. I never will be. That's kind of depressing, but it's also not. Wait, did I put Goma as one of the top bosses? No way. I mean, it's a pretty cool boss fight, I guess, but it does leave a nice impression. I don't know if I would put it on my list of the top 10 Zelda bosses at this point. Also, why do I keep using in these old videos, like PNG images that are like, I put alpha glow on them, which I was obsessed with at the time, but like, it crops up, like this looks terrible. Even for like these old school edits, this looks terrible. Why did I not like increase the aspect ratio and then add the alpha glow, old PBG? It's common sense.
This boss fight is not easy. It's not even that good, really.
It's not good. Number 8 on the top 10 Zelda bosses. This is the kind of logic you can only find on Peanut Butter Gamer top 10 videos. Mostly because my old top 10 videos were just an excuse to talk about whatever I wanted to talk about. I didn't actually care about what the top 10 bosses were. I mean, I tried to make it accurate enough, but I was more interested in just doing whatever random stupid bits I was doing than I was to actually make a list. Kind of harping back on my like comments about not wanting to do just theory videos, because I never enjoyed just explaining things. I wanted to just screw around and have fun. So whatever excuse I can use to make that happen, I'll do it. I do still think this boss is pretty cool. Smashing his face off with the hammer.
Boom, boom, I got your face.
Pretty cool for a NES or SNES Zelda game, I think. Okay, this is definitely the part I remember the most. It's a Christmas song to represent how late the Zelda video is, but it's a Christmas song. The video comes out after Christmas, so even the Christmas theme is like, we're even past that at this point. My earlier point of not actually caring that much about the actual top 10 best Zelda bosses and more just wanting to goof around. This segment really demonstrates that. At no point do I talk about the actual boss fight of Onyx. I'm just doing a Christmas song for some reason. And this boss definitely should be on there. This guy actually is pretty dope. In old Peanut Butter Gamer top 10s, the first 5 or so segments, like especially the first 3 or 4, I'm just kind of talking about random stuff just because I feel like it. Once you get to number 5 though, okay, now we're getting serious. Skeldritch, he's on there. Oh my God, this is probably the first video where I had like 3 songs in it. I'm really going all out on the songs in this one. I think we do this Beach Boy song, I think 3 times. In one segment, 3 songs in one top 10 segment. That probably is a record for my channel. Arbiter's Grounds in Twilight Princess, basically everything in Arbiter's Grounds is the best part of the game. Boss, dungeon, everything. It's the best part of Twilight Princess. And Twilight Princess is great. I'm actually a Twilight Princess stan now. I love Twilight Princess. It went from like number 9 on my top 10 list, or was it 10? I can't even remember. It's really up there for me now. I freaking love Twilight Princess.
Surfing high on this thing, but
not
not
really
really moving. Still surfing on this thing. Still not really moving.
A classic!
And now, the #1 boss guy, the ancient automaton, Galactus.
Yeah, this guy is super cool. Skyward Sword, again, a lot of people complain about it, as I mentioned earlier. There's some valid complaints, but it has very good side quests, very good dungeons, some pretty good bosses too.
When you kill him, there's this little girl laugh, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of creeps me out.
Yeah, this guy is sort of creepy. It's like he's possessed or something.
Our container.
Yay! Video's over! Yay! Like the video, subscribe!